Welcome to Voices Against Violence, a Harmony House podcast to educate, empower, and serve as a voice for survivors. We aim to shed light on crucial issues surrounding domestic violence, offer support, and inspire action for change. Join us as we work together to create a community where all individuals can live a life free of abuse. Welcome to Voices Against Violence. I'm Charity Jordan-Rex, Prevention Program Manager for Harmony House.
Hi, I'm Kirsten Walker, Executive Director at Harmony House, and I am sitting across from Carl, who is our Development Director at Harmony House. Hi, Carl.
There. Hello. Thanks for having me.
Hey, welcome back, Carl.
Welcome
Thanks.
back.
Good to be back.
So the last time you were here, we were just chatting about this off mic. The last time you were here, you were a development coordinator.
That's right, yeah.
And you were talking about one of our largest fundraisers of the year, iCare.
That's right, yeah.
What do you do now?
I'm the development director, so I got the nod to step up. So I get to work closely with Sarah and Carly and Dana. And basically, aside from generalized fundraising, I help manage the team that generates the resources for us to use at Harmony House. So if it's donations of items, paper towels, laundry pods, toilet paper, shameless plug there, we always need those things all the time. Or if you're interested in volunteering and you'd like to give your time and your talents to Harmony House, work with the team that does that. And then also work with Sarah to help plan and coordinate events, special events for fundraising. And then largest part of what I do is strategize for generalized funding for the whole organization as a whole. So like how we get the resources to do our mission and the funds to do that. So.
Okay, so just generally, it was time of volunteers, items, and you mentioned a list of things that we always need.
Yes.
Would you rattle that off again in
You
case
betcha.
someone is now on their Amazon?
Paper towels, laundry pods, toilet paper.
Always a need.
We have 41 rooms and everything you need every day. We need that times 41. So
Got it.
Yeah,
So
those are
time for volunteers, donations of items, all of those events that we have that raise funds for the organization, and then just general fundraising overall.
that's right.
That's a lot, Carl.
I have a lot of really good help. I have a wonderful team. It's amazing.
You've done this, like fundraising philanthropy, for a long time. How long have you done this?
Actually, May 1st marked a decade of being in nonprofit development, which was kind of shocking to me, just being like, wow, the time really flies by. In my previous roles that I've had other pieces too with it. So like at my last job, I did the volunteer coordination also, but I also did a lot of managing of youth events and youth recruitment for a youth program thing. And so what I love about Harmony House is that our size, we're able to deliver the best possible like resources for the mission because we have the team that we do, and people in the community see the need to support our structure so that we can keep providing resources for clients that we can have the shelter open. We can have all those parts that if for some reason we run out of something that we can go buy it, sort of thing.
Right.
Yep.
What is it that draws you? Because like 10 years, that's a career. What?
How did that happen? Who knew?
You wouldn't have it any other way.
Of course. No, it's
10 years
so
later,
good.
here's a career. Like, what draws you to that?
I feel like my story is a lot like other people that are in nonprofit, that it was a stumble upon thing and going, I genuinely want to do good to help people. Where do I fit in doing that? And so my entry into nonprofit was, just after college, and got a job for a youth serving organization and was kind of at the low level of administration. But I did a lot of work, and it's a lot of weekends, a lot of evenings, and it's got to be something that that the work you're doing is going to pay off. You're not going to see it immediately. And I just really loved that. And it's something that I found throughout doing the different portions of nonprofit work. And I've done some direct service work in inpatient psych before also, that my skill set is good for development, and it just worked out that way. And it's one of those things that when I came over to Harmony House, I was so excited to get to focus on development, and it's really worked out well. And everybody at Harmony House has their specialization, and I love that we're in our spots that we need to be in.
A lid for every pot.
A lid for every pot that I love to yap and talk to people and make friends and connect with people, and just like you do, Charity. And it's like, but the angle is a little different, right? And what you do is so important, in the education piece, and I take a lot of what you teach in what I do also, because it just depends on the person you're talking to, how they want to help, right? That I may meet someone that says, I don't have the resources to give, but I have time and I want to come and do that. And then we have a spot for you. Someone says, I don't have time, but I'm interested in supporting a particular program or something. And I know before this, we mentioned barrier breakers before. And then another one, surveillance for survivors. Those are two things that there's specific needs that are like a funded line item on our budget overall. But really, most of the work that I do is raising money for general operation, which does fund the like everyday operation of our shelter. It just doesn't have it's not earmarked for one particular role. So
it allows us to do the work.
Like keeps the lights on.
It keeps the lights on, but also provides the programming for clients. It provides, if we need bedding, the food, the case management, the on-site therapist, all of those pieces that we provide every day to clients here, but also outreach services as well. You think about the folks over at the Family Justice Center too, that those pieces aren't possible without the gifts from the community to keep that going.
Those are some of the elements I think that, of folks in the community, like you're not going to see the new bedding. And so they, but like we literally would not be able to function without the funding that provides for those outreach services, for bedding, like all of those things. And so it's so critical to the work that we do here at Harmony House.
100%. And I would be remiss if I did not mention our Gold Transparency Award from Candid.
Tell us about that.
Tell us what that means.
What does that mean?
So,
we know it's good.
Yes, Candid is an independent organization that reviews nonprofits and their books to say, if you make a donation, how much of that donation is going into programs versus administrative costs? Our score ranks into the gold category.
Ooh.
Yep. And so basically that means that it's about 84 cents on the dollar goes directly into programs.
Wow.
And the other portion goes for administration, which is extremely, extremely good for a nonprofit. And for those listening, I encourage you, if you're involved in other nonprofits too, check out what their rating is too, because locally we do really well, and it's impressive that our local nonprofits do such a good job being good stewards of the resources, and you can be confident that when you make a donation that you're like, I am giving to someone that needs help in this instance here.
And you can trust that that organization is being responsible with their funds.
Yes.
I want to circle back to something that you said. You've been doing this for 10 years in various organizations. And I'm wondering, in that time, things have changed a lot just in society, in the economy. What does that look like for a fundraising professional? Like, how has this changed in the last decade?
That's a great question. There's one thread that stays throughout everything, which is it's all about relationships. We talked about this last time I was on too, that people don't give to a cause because it makes financial sense. Usually it's because they have there's a tie to it. It's part of their heart. I don't think that will ever change no matter what. What will change is the demographics of people that have the resources to give. And, we're on the precipice, on the beginning edge of a huge transfer of wealth from baby boomer generation to Gen X and millennials. And how Gen X and millennials engage with nonprofits is very different than boomers. And we appreciate all of them.
Can you say more? I'm a Gen Xer.
Yes.
Like, what is...
Yeah, it's interesting.
Well, and you may be able to say whether you feel this way or not, that Gen X and millennials want to be more hands-on in helping. If they would like to give their resources, they also want to be involved on the ground level too. So it may be volunteering on a weekend or coming to an event. We have a lot of people that attend events that come and set up all day and then also have bought a ticket and then come to the event. And those are usually a little bit younger people. And I do want to say too, we want everyone to come and support Harmony House. This is not meant to be any kind of obviously there's differences in these generalizations, but we're just preparing that different groups are going to have the spending power to help support nonprofits that need the help.
Yeah.
And but the common thread is the hands-on nature, and as far as events go, we're doing really great on events. We have the iconic Purple Party, right? The 80s themed event that everybody loves, and it's a huge party. And that's been going for, it'll be its 12th year coming up. We have the Golden Hour Gala that's going into its 3rd year that's really gaining momentum. And then we have Eye Care, which is both awareness, but also has a fundraising component too. And that's kind of where like our departments really merge on that one. But you mentioned there's something for everyone at the Golden Hour Gala. As far as events goes, there's something for everyone there too. That it's like you want to have a party and have a couple drinks and cut loose, but also know you're helping. Purple Party. You want to go to a little fancier dinner out and a little more bougie. Got the Golden Hour Gala. If you're ready to get hands-on and help educate the community that Harmony House is here and our resources are available, you've got Eye Care for that.
Right.
And so a lot of what I do now is work with my team, but also our committee of volunteers. Nothing great is ever achieved alone, and so our teams work together to recruit volunteers that are plugged into their community and have influence in their circles and are from like a diverse background of industries that can help us connect with more people, because fundraising is not just me picking up the phone and calling like down a list saying, hey, will you give? It's all relationship building throughout the year, and could not do it without our committee. So shout out Amy Rennie for development committee chair, because she's extremely helpful. But as far as like the future of Harmony House goes, when we're looking at like how we're expanding locally as far as just knowledge of the resources that we have, we're the only show in Greene County. We're helping cover multiple counties in this instance, but we're looking a lot at Christian County too. That there are folks that reach out and know that a shelter had closed, and is there anything available for us? Of course, we serve that area, and it's starting with the friendships we're making there and knowing that we have resources and our board members that are embedded in those communities, and sometimes employees, and relationships with law enforcement and legal stuff there. And it all sort of ties in together that we're working together in this. And if someone that you really admire or like is working for a cause, you might be more likely to jump in there with them. Yeah.
Well, I just would love to point out too, I feel like we haven't said it in a little bit, but 1 in 3 women, 1 in 4 men experience domestic violence. So we all have a connection to this in some way. I wonder what you would say, Carl, to the folks who are listening and they're like, okay, this sounds great. I want to get involved. What do they do?
Call us. You can call me, 417-837-7700. My extension is 240. But if you say I'd like to speak with someone on development, they'll probably send you to either me or Sarah. And we can help just sort of figure out what's going to work for you, present options for how you'd like to get involved. Is it talents? Is it money? Is it sponsorship of an event where, the sponsorships don't just come with just money. There's different perks and things like that come with that also. We still have wonderful tax credits, 70% Missouri state tax credits. That's a huge boost for for potential donors too, that knowing that if you give $100, 70 of it is coming back to you in the form of tax credits. And we're very blessed to be able to have that to promote. And some donors that are already planning on giving give more because of that, which is a nice bonus and like support from the state in that sense. But really, we just like to have the conversation and get you going. There are, of course, resources on our website too, that if you're ready to volunteer, you can get that ball rolling immediately at our website. And also, if you'd like to donate, same thing. You can do that on our website. But if you want to learn more, maybe schedule a tour sometime, let's go grab coffee. We want to share what we do all the time with everybody. So we're ready.
I want to expand on the work that your team does in volunteer and donations, because it's quite the operation. So can we start with donations? So if you're listening and you're thinking about donating items and curious about checking our socials to see what donated items would be helpful, something to consider is that those donated items go into our donation center and our boutique. And so our donation center, can you talk to us a little bit more about the purpose that serves and when shelter resident is leaving shelter, how they are utilizing that donation center.
Sure. I'm glad you mentioned the boutique too, because that's a really special thing. Our donation center has a list of ongoing needs, urgent needs, but also sometimes things that we are not currently accepting, depending if we have way too much of it or it's something that we've never accepted before. Things like couches and big furniture pieces, chest of drawers sort of stuff we do not accept, but you can find that whole listing online. But the idea is that often a survivor will come to Harmony House maybe with nothing, usually with nothing, right. Maybe was able to escape and get here. We're starting from scratch. The boutique is an area of our shelter that is set up like a store, like a boutique, and it creates a warming, welcoming environment that when they first arrive at our shelter, they're able to go through with Dana or one of the volunteers that helps in our shelter, and just sort of have a calm experience to be able to restore a bit of dignity and like get some clothing items, autonomy. Get the things you need, the autonomy, the choice in saying I'd like this, not that. Yeah. And there's opportunities to return to. It's not a one-stop shop. This is your only chance. And we have clothing for adults, but also children too, because we half of our census at any given moment are children, and kids grow up while they're in our shelter too. Right. So we have multiple sizes and things like that, and multiple visits. But it's really it warms my heart knowing about that amidst all of this chaos, there's just like a really calming area to go visit and get some clothing pieces and maybe even school supplies and things like that for kids going to school still, and it just to get things started here.
And as people are, go ahead.
I was just going to say, shout out to Dana, our donations coordinator, who has made that space. It's always been cute, but she has really taken it to the next level. Mm-hmm. So when we say boutique, it really does feel like an upscale resale boutique. Like if that was out in the community, I would be shopping there all the time. It is. So anytime that we can create an experience that doesn't feel kind of industrial or, and sterile, like it really does feel like you're just walking into a nice shop and getting to select what you need.
Mm-hmm. The boutique is an incredible space. It's adjacent to the donation center, which does house a lot of the goods that folks will donate. And when folks are leaving shelter, that's where they can go through, and we can make sure that they are loaded up with bedding and utensils and all of kind of the kitchen gadgets that they might need. And it really is, I've heard somebody say, like, let's take care of that first Walmart trip for you, right? Yeah. When you are starting your life anew, free from abuse.
Yes.
Okay, so that is our donations. And then you oversee another whole operation of volunteering. And so what are some of the volunteer opportunities that might exist? If I'm listening, I'm in Springfield, Greene County, I want to get involved. I'm a millennial or a Gen X, and I know that I also want to be volunteering. What does that look like at Harmony House? What are my opportunities?
So the three core opportunities as far as volunteering in our shelter are operating our front desk. So that's all volunteer operated. And that's directing calls that come into either our admin offices but also fielding calls to then go to our advocate office for the emergency hotline too.
Like light clerical duties.
Yes. Yep. And of course keeping they're an added barrier of security too that goes along with what our advocates do every day. But they get to operate the front door. So the key safety there. Also helping in our donations area with Dana, which is to collect, sort, fold donated items, and sort of assess where they're going to go, where they're going to be best used. Sometimes it's like in and immediately to the client that needs it, but it really depends. And I want to reiterate as well, just the list that's on our website. We have an Amazon wish list too. So if you'd rather not make the trip over here, you can ship it right here.
We have a Walmart wish list too, don't we?
We do.
So. Which is so convenient. Please give any way that you feel moved to. And something to consider is that if you are wanting to donate in person, because we are a secure facility, we do ask for donations to be scheduled for drop off.
Yes.
Which when you communicate to somebody, it makes a lot of sense. They go, oh yes, of course, that's why. But so if you are interested, just keep in mind that there is one extra step in that we do need you to call and let us know that you're coming, because we do run a secure facility.
That's right. Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 10 to 3. By appointment, yes.
Right.
Thank you for bringing that up too, because that's a big part for safety, and also having the chance to have the conversation and say, I'm bringing over 15 couches. Do you guys need this? And it's not something that we can make use of, but we can direct you to a nonprofit that could use that sort of thing too. But a lot of stuff we can use. And then the last piece of the volunteer puzzle, as far as internally in our shelter, is kitchen staffing.
Right.
3 meals a day, every single day of the year. We always need help with that, and that can look like assisting our kitchen management staff on the day-to-day, serving, cooking, you name it, we could use the help. Or if you're a group that would like to come and serve a meal on the weekends, or would like to prepare a meal and bring it, and we can connect you with Carly, and then we'll work with our kitchen staff too to say, if you have something in mind of what you'd like to do, we can work that out. But holidays are especially tough. That we're always looking for some outside groups that can do that and help give our kitchen staff a break.
Because volunteering doesn't have to be an ongoing, all the time thing, right? It doesn't have to be every Tuesday. Maybe I can do it just once, try to get a feel for it. Mm-hmm. Okay, great.
Yes. And there's some steps to get trained up and ready to go. And so we do background check our folks that are going to be in our shelter, and there's a really great onboarding program. Shout out Carly in that one too, that she takes really, really great care of our volunteers and make sure that they're ready when they're going to be going into our shelter to interact with clients properly, and also just connected with the staff that they're going to be working with. Because while Carly gets you trained up, she'll see you when you're here, but you may not be working with Carly the whole time.
Right.
Even though I know everybody would like to, because she's so nice. So.
She's so great.
And the last piece of volunteers, sorry, but to jump in, is just at our public-facing events. So all of our fundraising events have volunteer opportunities, whether it's setting up or working a point-of-sale system at the event, helping clean up afterwards, even if it's come in to welcome people and say, over there is where we have the mystery boxes, and that's where the bar is, and have fun. We need that help too.
Wow, that is so much. You're overseeing like so many really important functions of Harmony House, from funding to donations, volunteers. Shout out to Dana and Carly leading those departments respectively. Is there anything else that you think listeners should know that you haven't already touched on? Anything you'd want to say, like if there's someone listening, like what's the one thing you would tell someone if they're thinking about donating? Or
if you would like to help, there's a way that you can help. If it's something you say, I can do $10 a month, that helps. If it's something I can do 4 hours a month and come in on a Saturday and help, you can help, and you can make a real big difference too. And I know that everybody says every little bit helps, but truly is that way. And we want to help connect you with what's going to help you feel fulfilled in helping this important mission. And Charity mentioned earlier, 1 in 3 women, 1 in 4 men. And we all know somebody. It's staggering to me how much in my time in the community, how many people have been touched by this issue, but also wants to help in some way, and you can. So we'd love to connect with you.
Absolutely. And Carl, just you saying that maybe you can give $10 a month. Just off the top of my head, that's enough to pay for a bus pass. And maybe that bus pass is the ride that gets that individual to a job interview. And then that job interview allows them to leave shelter, right? So it really is, every little bit helps. And it would simply be impossible, the work we do, without your work. So thank you, Carl.
Gosh. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys too.
All individuals have a right to a life free of abuse. If you or someone you know needs help, please call our 24-hour hotline, 417-864-SAFE, 417-864-7233, or chat 24/7 with an advocate on our website at myharmonyhouse.org. Visit our website or follow us on our socials to stay up on the latest news and events. This is Voices Against Violence. Thanks for listening.